What's happening, guys? I'm Aidan from DK Tuning. Today we are at Forge Action Day with quite a few cars on the stand. A couple of cars haven't turned up, which is unfortunate. Now we have quite an empty area where there is a Clio race car should be, but is now over the other end. We're going to just do a quick walkthrough of the event and the cars that we have on the stand. We'll be taking the Westie on the track a little bit later, so I'll get you some track footage, cinematic footage, and also my reaction to the Westfield, which is the first time I've ever been in the Westfield on track. Which is where it really comes into its own. So yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of a walk round, a little bit of a vlog, not too long for you guys, and hopefully the weather will keep off as well, because it looks like it is about to absolutely smash it down. So hopefully with us being out in the Westie, it doesn't rain and get us absolutely soaking wet on track. So let's get on with it. Right, guys, so the cars that have arrived on stand with us is Aidan's little Abarth in the background, which you would have seen. We put in intakes. It has custom seats, custom steering wheel, custom dashboard. Pretty much everything on this car has been custom made, and obviously we did the custom exhaust with the exhaust coming out the middle with the beautiful carbon diffuser as well. Right next to that is the Lexus GSF, which I haven't released the video on yet, but we had a full custom catback on this with valve system, and this is the 5-litre V8 version as well, so it sounds absolutely immense. And next to the GSF we have this little C2 race car, which is from one of our other dealers, which is DK Tuning South Midlands, and next to that, that will probably perform quite well on track, to be fair. Just like our old Mini. Next to that is this custom nice little Clio RS, which is an absolutely gorgeous little track car as well. That'll probably perform really well as well. And also over here you can see Jake's arse in the air. It's because he's doing some baffling on our Westfield, because it has actually failed the sound test for the first time. We have done some custom decals on all of the cars as well. Hayden has been doing that all day, and they look absolutely brilliant on the Westfield. Look at that. Yeah, boy. This is going to perform extremely well on track, and we're going to get an actual first time reaction of me in it a little bit later, which is going to be fun. Hopefully you won't hear me screaming too much. Guys, so we've just finished doing the wadding on the car. It's now past and ready for 1 o'clock to go out and absolutely smash around the track. Right, guys, so I was going to get some stuff on the drifting, but I was called back because we're now heading out in the Westfield for our first race. Now Jake is going to be in the Westfield for the second one, but this is going to be my funny reaction of me in the Westfield, the Hayabusa. So it's going to be so quick, guys. I'm absolutely crapping myself. Okay, guys, so we're just sat now waiting for them to let us onto the track, which is hopefully going to be soon, because we are very hot in our outfits, and obviously we're right next to the engine as well. And now we're going, I think. Oh, I'm excited, guys. So excited. This is going to be incredible. Oh my god. Fast already. Jesus Christ. Okay, now we've got to warm our tyres up a bit, guys. Obviously you can feel the weight of the cars just driving you around this corner. Oh my god, and the throttle is absolutely amazing. Throttle response is ridiculous. Getting a lot of rubber in my mouth. Sideways around the corners. Dan's actually a driver, surprisingly. We all like to take the mick out of him, but he's actually quite a good driver. Going really well around the track, guys. We're catching up. Most of the cars, they're probably not going to be able to keep up with this kind of car. It's just too quick. It's too quick round corners. And on the straights, this engine just has them. And the brakes are absolutely insane. So You can just feel us throwing it round the bends. Sequential box as well. Does really well. It's really well round bends. And as you can see, we're just gripping round these turns, guys. These kind of cars that we're overtaking in a second don't have the same kind of grip. We're just too fast for it. Let's go around these bends. They're just over 160. Jesus Christ. We're going some then, guys, on that straight. I think we hit about 160. Around this corner. I think about 90 mile an hour, he won't let us through. We're going to have him now. Got him on the arm, got the legs on him. Spitting flames out now. Round to the 2. Left hand corner. Sticking right round the corner. Really well. And hopefully he can hear me. Really well round the corners. Oh my god, there's such a rush as well. Probably going to hear a lot of wind noise, to be honest, but I'm trying my best. So fast. What? A little bit sideways. That's the way you do it. Come on. He's letting us pass. Just so fast round corners. Sideways, scored! Yeah! What an exhilarating experience! Climbing through the revs, all the way up to about 11k, just over 11,000 revs. And we're absolutely smashing the competition. Coming up on a Audi TT now. I think it's a TT RS, the old style. He's not going to last long. We haven't seen the Forge go far out yet. I don't think he's going to touch us, to be honest. But I'm sure he's going to be performing really well around the other side of the track. Coming up on the Audi TT RS now, guys. Let back for us to overtake him. Just letting off a little bit because he was holding the track line, we couldn't get past, and now we'll go past. Very on-off throttle on this car, guys. Very on-off. We'll see if he'll let us past. Right on the corner, right on the rev limiter. Screaming through them revs. Coming round the corner, pretty much sideways. The immense grip that these NS2Rs are giving us is really helping us grip round the track. Oh my god. Just behind the GT86 now, guys. We've got the driving line. I think he's going to let us round. We'll probably get him on the corner, to be honest. He's a bit of a drifty boy. He's not about this track experience. Whoa, we're sideways off the track. Just pushing it a little bit too hard for them wheels. Coming around with a bit too much speed. I'm sure we'll have him off this corner. We're still getting a bit of air. We're still getting a bit of pressure and also heat into these tyres. You can see that Dan's laying off a little bit now. He's spooked a bit. There's a lot of oil just come onto the track as well, so I think one of the cars is actually leaking a bit of oil. That's why we're struggling a bit. Going a little bit sideways. This car in front spitting big flames, coming into the corners, letting off. He seems to have a lot of speed, so he's definitely turbo. For us to not, we're keeping up. We're about to have him. Doing really well, to be honest, guys, for a GT86. I know they are sold for track, but he seemed more of a drifty boy, but we're going past now. Goodbye, GT86. On to the next corner. Coming up now, just over the crest on the hill, round to the left hand bend, and then into a very tight right hand bend, which We almost lost it last time. See if we can handle it a bit better this time. The amount of power that we have to get this wide line on the inside line. We couldn't quite get it. Now coming into the chicane, into the 1, into the 2, and power out. Round into the right hand bend. On the edge of them revs all day long. This Hayabusa engine is absolutely smashing it around the track. I really hope you can hear me. I'm trying my best with this amount of wind and stuff coming underneath my helmet. Really trying my best to give you the best experience that I'm having. It's absolutely awesome. Just feels so light and nimble around the corners. Absolutely brilliant, guys. Being thrown about like a ragdoll. I think one of the Forge cars is a BMW 330i or 335i. Just dodged a bit of rubber thrown at us from the 335i. We're coming up to the back of a Golf R with big Forge brakes on it. That's performing really, really well today as well. And we're about to go past. Entering into the chicane now. Heavy braking into the right and now the left. Go on, Dan. Round the right hand bend now. Just round, and we're on the edge of the track, coming into the drivers. And the response on this car is incredible. You can feel it really coming on and off the throttle every time Dan presses the brake and then back onto the throttle. You can really feel the car being driven back by all this power. Now obviously we haven't got a massive amount of torque, but this doesn't matter when we've only got 300 kilos to push around the track. Oh, and letting out a big flame there on the rev changes, on the gear changes, the revs. We're right on the edge of our seats here, guys. Oh, winding up really, really well now up the straight. There's 100. 140. 160, just hit by a little bit of shrapnel off that car that we just passed, the 335i Coupe, 135i Coupe, sorry. I apologise for that, people are going to be crucifying me now. 135i Coupe. And we're pushing it a little bit on the edge of the track there. These NS2Rs giving us such immense grip. Sequential's getting hot now, guys, so we're really pushing it now. And the grip is going to be so much better on these back tyres, pushing us around the right hand bend. Hard braking into the right hand corner, and then we're going round at a nice pace. Into third round the chicane, entry heavy. Very hard, into the right, into fourth, and then into fifth on this straight. We'll probably drop down into fourth and third, round the corner at 9k. Up to 11. Oh, and you can really hear this engine screaming up the side, and you can also hear my voice cracking. Oh my god. Really powering round, guys, really powering round, really heavy into the corners, right round the right hand bend. Absolutely brilliant experience, guys. And this is going to be absolutely disgusting when this is turboed as well. Really screaming round, and there's no one really in front to overtake now. We're just absolutely destroying everything on track. Yeah, we're in first position now, guys, after we've gone past that 135. Nothing is able to keep up with this. Nothing at all. I can see in the rear view, there's nothing behind us for quite a while. Going into third, heavy on the brakes. The brakes will be getting a little bit warm now, guys.
So we've just got to ease it into the corners a little bit more and absolutely hammering on the brakes like we were before. And now coming round that right hand bend, well past the finish line, and we're over the finish line into the next lap. Right on the edge of the track there. Coming over the crest at just over 160 mile an hour. I think maybe a little bit faster, but I think our speedo is out slightly. Coming right round the right up end. A lot of tyre shrapnel coming up off the road, being flicked up, and obviously with an open cockpit you get all that flung in your face. Right round the left hand corner there. Oh, how this car comes out of the left hand end on the chicane is so good. Absolutely brilliant racing and an absolute spectacle to watch as well. Oh, them backfires just to enhance the experience even more. Right round that, literally inches to spare. Very hot on track now, and we're coming off, and that was an absolutely brilliant experience, guys. Really handles well going around the track. An absolutely immense car, and we've got an absolutely immense bit of video.
We're now back in the paddock with the Westie. Now we're having a little bit of cooling issues. We come off the track and we're maxing out the temperature gauge at 120 degrees. It's very hot, so we don't know whether we're going to be taking it out for a second spin. Obviously you'll hear throughout all of the gears I was absolutely screaming along. I think personally I did really well on the commentary, but I've now got a bit of a stiff neck, but I was very secure, and Dan is an actual driver. Fair play to him. But we're not going to tell him that I said that, because we're still going to take the piss out of him being a really bad driver anyway. We're having a bit of scrubbing because obviously Dan's not on his own in the car. He's got a little bit more weight on the coilovers. We're probably going to raise them up a little bit more for the next session. But yeah, it was a very exciting experience, and one for the books, I suppose. So I think we're going to let it cool down for a bit, see if we can get it on track a little bit later. And that might be the end of the day, guys. We couldn't really get that much track footage because we were out on track at the same time. But yeah, it's been an absolutely awesome day. But hopefully we can get the Westie back out, and then we'll give you that update then. And then obviously we'll do the ending of the video in a little bit as well. Right then, guys, we're now back at the unit. So obviously Forge Action Day was an absolute blast, but we couldn't go back out in the Westfield. Now obviously that is because it did pretty much overheat, and now we're doing a couple of modifications for the next time it goes on track. That means we're putting a new radiator on the car, and we're also doing heightening the suspension by about 1 inch, and also changing the tyres, and also cutting out the arches as well, because we had some scrubbing issues, as you would have seen from the smoke bellowing out of the back of the car. Now we didn't get too much slow-mo, and we didn't get too much of going around the show. That is because obviously we were only there for a couple of hours, I think about 4 hours, and most of that was you know, prepping the cars, prepping the car for track, then the footage of on the GoPro as well. I think next year we'll probably get 2 GoPros instead, so you can see our reaction and also the track footage. As we did last year, we could only see the track footage. Thank you very much for joining us. To whoever came over to say hello while we were there as well, thank you very much for saying hello. It was nice to meet you, and all the people that wanted work doing on their cars, then do get at us on Instagram. And just to you guys for watching the video, thanks very much for watching the video. It's been a long one, but we do hope that you enjoyed my commentary in the car as I was screaming around the track. So if you did like the video, guys, please do like underneath, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.